Hey, and welcome to a new vlog, everyone. It is Thursday. It is officially the first day back at school, so the kids are at school right now. I'm having feels because both my babies are in middle school now. They're getting so big. So this will be Allie's last year at middle school, and this is Emmett's first year at middle school. So next year I'll have a high schooler. So I also am going to get a dental cleaning today. I have admittedly been really behind on that, and I am getting back into the swing of it. So I'm in that like ADHD purgatory where you have something to do, and so you like can't do anything until that comes. So I'm trying to be cool, trying to be so cool. It's about 9 o'clock. My dentist appointment's at 10, and it's not far from the house, so I will probably leave in like 45 minutes. So I just have to kill some time in the meantime. The Fireball Show video over on the main channel went up for patrons and channel members, and I got a whole bunch of soap done yesterday, if you saw in the last vlog. So much Pride. I do still have a lot of other Pride flag soaps that I need to get done, like 404, which is agender, and I think I need to do Not in Kansas, and I want to say there's something else off the top of my head. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll do in the meantime, is I'll work on my restock list. I do have some other projects I want to get done today, like creating sort of like a charging area for the kids in their room for like their phones and their Chromebooks, because they need to have the Chromebooks for school, and it's landscaping hours. So I think I'll check in later after my dentist appointment. All right, see you in a minute. Hello friends, it is now Friday, and I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday, admittedly. My shoulder really hurt. I recently, like in the last couple months, put the seated row into my workout routine, but like the full machine, not the like actual rowing style thing, you know? And I think the fact that I suffer from a little problem called tits means that I don't use the machine properly, and I have hurt my shoulder. So I'm still a little sore today, but not nearly as sore as I've been for the last couple days. Makes it hard to do things. Frustrating. So today, it's already about 1:30. I've been to the gym. I've gotten some work done around the house. I have a few more things I need to do. I also need to go to the post office and go pick up a missed delivery. That is the restock of the bamboo soap decks. I've been meaning to get those back in stock for ages, so they're finally gonna be back. I just have to go get them. And I need to go get the kids today, and I also need to get working on making All Together Now. I'm trying to decide how many bars I want to make, and I know it's a lot, but I'm thinking about making ultimately a total of 8, because the thing with like making the Pride bars is that they are really time consuming and I get tired. Although I'm looking at how many heart molds I have left, because Michaels doesn't have the size I need for our melt and pour anymore. And plus the melt and pour I bought most recently I don't really care for. I need to order some more from Candle Science. I should probably do that today and order a bunch. Lord, okay, there's always so many logistical things that are happening. See, that's the funny thing. Like, I've said this a bunch of times. In a soap making business, you spend like 5 to 10% of your time making soap. The rest of it is literally everything else. So maybe I'll only make 2 loaves. Hold on, let's go see how many I have available. So I have this one, which is not a full one, and then there are 3 more in here. So I could theoretically make 3 total of the embeds. So that's not enough to do 4. So maybe I'll start with 2. That'll give me 4 loaves. So that would still be 60 bars, which is decent. This is the only problem with all of our Pride flag bars, is that they are super time consuming because they're 2 different pours, and that first pour of the stripes especially on All Together now, because there are so many. There's 8 layers. 8 layers. What was I thinking? So there's 8 layers, and then you gotta wait and split it and then do another pour and do the embeds. That's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, and so I end up putting it off for long periods of time. So when I do make Pride loaves, I tend to make a lot so that I don't have to make them for longer. Work smarter, not harder. So maybe I'll go ahead and I'll do the 4 loaves, and Candle Science gets our stuff to us really quickly. So maybe I will place the order for the melt and pour now, and I'll do the 4 loaves, and worst case scenario, whatever I don't have enough melt and pour to do embeds for, I can just wrap them up in plastic and they'll keep. So that way I can split them and then do the second pour. Maybe I'll just do that. That sounds smarter. What do you think? Is that smarter? It's smarter. Okay. So let's prep the table for doing that, because I have a little over an hour before I have to go pick up the kids, because it's really hot. And normally they walk home, but it's too hot to walk. So especially Emmett is not used to the walk from the middle school and spending his whole day walking around all the time going to all his different classes. So it's going to take him a while physically to adjust to that. So I'm going to go pick them up, but I can at least start on All Together now. Where does all the time go? Ah. Okay. Yes, let's get to work. Okay, so I'm ready to do our first layer, and I think I would like to do what we did with the 8 Pride loaves the other day. You know, that thing you and I did together, and definitely wasn't me just completely by myself doing that. You and I were there. Yeah, you get it. So I'm gonna mix up the entire batch of one color, pour off what I need for each mold, and then pour it into the mold and do that. That worked really well, I think, time-wise, so let's do that. The only downside is that's the last of my lye, so we're gonna get maybe 2 layers in before I'm gonna be forced to stop and make a bunch of lye, which is fine, because I gotta go pick up kids and then go pick up the package from the post office anyway, so that'll be time for the lye to finish cooling down. It won't be enough time for the dishes to get done, though. Boo. And off we go. And then each one needs a little shimmy. Make sure we're nice and even. And we're good. Alright, I did the dishes while we're waiting for the layer to set up. It's still pretty liquidy. This might take a while. I might go ahead and pour out what's in here of the lye water and go ahead and make a couple new batches so I can get started on that cooling down. Oh my god, I forgot I'm almost completely out of lye. I'm gonna shoot myself directly into the sun. Ugh. Anyway, I was able to pour off enough for 3 more layers from the bucket I already had. Now I gotta work out how much of this I still have so I can make something vaguely resembling a master batch. Fuck. Alright, I was able to make about 3/4 of a master batch, so I guess this is like a journeyman batch? Fucking, I don't know, man. But this means I only have enough lye to finish pouring these 4 loaves. I don't have enough to do the second part of the pour with the white and the hearts. Fuck. I do have more lye on the way, but I don't know when it's gonna get here, so just... here we are, I guess. You remember how I said, like, 5 to 10% of the business is actually making soap? Another 5 to 10% easily is just being fucking dumb, apparently. Ugh. Anyway, I gotta go pick up the kids, so I guess that's it for now. I'll check back in again later. Package and children obtained. Dorks. I like it. So this is these guys. Little soap lifts. They have been out of stock for actually forever. And looks like they have little tags on them now too, so that's cool. Yeah, so I just need to go count these, make sure I got all of them, and then I'll go restock the site. And we're finally done. Look at that mirror finish, which will be going away shortly as it becomes matte. All done. Once these get pulled out of the mold tomorrow, which I don't even know if I'm gonna pull them out of the mold, I might just cover the tops in plastic and call it good. We'll see. But these have to wait until I have more lye and I have more melt and pour. Okay. Time to go do something else. Alright, it's Saturday, and this is how our layers are looking. Pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap these up in plastic to keep them from curing too far, so that way I can finish making them when I have the rest of my ingredients. And now those have to wait until sometime next week before I can finish them up. So they'll be all good in the plastic, plus they're still in their silicone liners, so that should help keep a seal. So really the only seal I'm worried about is the very top, and we should be all right. Well, it's Monday, and the Nature's Gardens package has arrived via stamps.com for Ground Advantage with Ground Advantage rates. I know you didn't spend $20 on this. Some bullshit. maybe $9. 15 at the max. Absolute maximum. Just I don't like knowing I'm being taken advantage of. It pisses me off. And looks like they've got a new bottle and new stickers. This one still has the old sticker on it, but these have some of the new stickers. Which, like, this is the same old bottle. You couldn't put that sticker higher up and not leave this giant gap. No, of course not. And these new labels still don't have anything about, like, the usage rate. Guys, it's not that. Look at all this blank space. You could put that on here. Annoying. Alrighty, friends, it is now Tuesday. A bunch of my supply orders are supposed to be arriving today, so I'm looking forward to that. I have not been able to make any soap, but I have filmed some reels for order packing, and I got some video editing done for the main channel. So we're looking pretty good in terms of tasks. What I'm gonna go do now is I need to go get a frame for this really lovely print that David bought. Here it is. So it's the King in Yellow. I don't know the artist because David bought this and not me, but I need to go find a frame for it. And then I also want to go pop up into the attic and go measure the space between the rafters and see if I could maybe put some more insulation up there and eventually maybe some subfloor so that we can store things a little safer up there. There are some things put up there, but to be honest, they haven't been touched in a really long time and they could probably all just go. But I want to see what I can do in terms of insulation because upstairs gets very, very hot and I know it's because the insulation is bad up there. I absolutely know it is. It's got to be what it is. So we're gonna do that. I just got done pruning the tomatoes out front. Everything I have put out front is doing a lot better than the things that are in the back. So I am considering moving all the planters that were up in the back to the front, which means I won't really be showing you clips of the garden because I don't film the front of the house. So I might pick up some more dirt and maybe some finished plants. Some plants I can place into the green stock. We'll see. And then I'm going to pick the kids up from school. Allie and I are going to make dinner together. Emmett and I made dinner together last night, which was really fun. Glad that the kids are getting involved with the cooking. I might try and run down to my parents' office. I don't know if I'll have time tonight, to be honest, because Emmett also needs me to go take him to buy some shoes. I also need a haircut really bad, but I don't think there will be time for that today either. Probably tomorrow, though, if I can find an appointment time. So let's go take some measurements and see where we're going from there. All right, so the print is 11 by 17, which is what I thought it was. I do have another thing that I need to get a frame for, but I already know the measurements for that. So let's run upstairs into the attic space. Ew. Oh boy. Alright, let's go up there. Alright, welcome to the attic space. So, you can see that is where the debris is coming from, but I can't really get up there to do anything about it because there's no place to stand. So all of this that's in like the garbage bags honestly just needs to get thrown out. It's been in here accessible for too long. The things that are in the bins are probably fine. Not sure what that is back there. Explain yourself. That's the HVAC unit. This is our high quality lighting. Love that. God, it's hot up here. Whew. Jeebus. Okay. So you can see this is pretty old, blown in insulation. I think this is probably original to the house, if I'm being honest. When we first moved in, somebody had taken any flat wooden surface they could find and screwed it down onto the ceiling joists and made a semi-floor. Not great. So I don't really want to come up here and like pull all the stuff out quite yet. I probably will soon, but maybe when it's cooler. But I need to measure the width of the ceiling joists here. And we are looking at about 23 inches. Good to know. Okay. God, it's so hot. So I am back, and we have a frame for the print. Looking good. And we have a frame for the piece that my friends and I did when I was in Minnesota. So this was, let's see, this one was mine. We each picked a full image and then we cut it into thirds. So there were 3 total images. So this is my portion here. This is my friend Robin, and this is my friend Echo. And it looks great. So now I finally have it in a frame, which I've been meaning to do since Minnesota. It's also time to replace the filter in the HVAC. So if you need a reminder on yours, filter time. They didn't really have much in way of rollout insulation at the hardware store, which is weird. They had some of the blow-in insulation, which we already have up there, and I think it's old. I don't know when the last time the insulation was replaced up there was, if ever. You okay?
I just had to recover my face and my hair.
Yeah. So I think I need to do some more research on that before I commit to buying some rolls, because it's like $48 a roll, and I don't know how many I'm gonna need, and I gotta figure out if that's even like the best way to go. I don't know. I'm gonna do some more research. In the meantime, I got this attic stairway insulator tent to try and help reduce some of the loss of cooling and heat that goes up through the attic. So this is something, at least in the meantime, sort of a temporary fix until I figure out what I want to do with the rest of it. But that's a start. That does mean that I need to commit to cleaning up some of the stuff that's stored up in the attic, especially the stuff that's really close to the stairs, so that I have room to put that tent up there, which is fine. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while anyway. But, I don't know. I might see if I can try and get like a piece of subfloor, so at least I have something up there. I don't know. But we'll start with what we have. HVAC filter has been replaced. This has been all vacuumed. And we have this guy up there now. Yay! And here's everything that arrived today. So we have almond oil and castor oil, a hell of a lot of lye. We got a free bucket. Those are always useful. We've got some micas, we've got some lip balm flavorings, and 600 tubes of lip balm, so I am going to be able to do a whole bunch of restocking on lip balms, which is fantastic. And all of those are new flavors, scents, whatever you want to call it for lip balms. So we have peppermint, grape, strawberries and cream, birthday cake, and cotton candy. So I have enough to make a lot, a lot of lip balms.
You can mix peppermint and Kahlua and make peppermint mocha.
Yeah, I could. I don't know. The chocolate ones don't always sell super well, so I don't know. We'll see. But that's everything that has arrived today. This is not everything that I ordered. This is everything that has arrived so far. I do have more things set to be arriving over the next couple days, but for now, I need to get all this put away. So it's Wednesday, and I just got back from taking Emmett to his doctor's appointment, and now I'm going to try and get some production on lip balms done, because they're relatively quick and easy to do, thank goodness. And I can not only restock a couple of the ones that we're low on, but I can make some new ones, which should be good. So I can make 50 in a go, and unfortunately there is a certain amount of waste when making these, because you want to make sure you overfill a little bit so they're flat and they look nice. So that's always kind of a bummer that there's loss, but you do what you can with what you've got. I'm going to start off with unscented, obviously, because then I don't have to wash the container after that. Everything following that will be scented and or flavored, however you want to refer to it as. I guess technically it's flavored for lip balms. Please don't eat the lip balm. Don't eat it. Thank you. So my lip balm base is back there warming up. I forget which name I gave that one. We have two warmers, Trixie and Katya. Yes. I forget which one is which. I think Trixie is candles and Katya is lip balms. I don't remember which one is which, but it's warming up the lip balm now. I'm gonna go ahead and put all the tubes in the tray. So the trays are nice and clean, and I'm gonna go ahead and put tubes in here. Each tray holds 50 tubes, so I'll be able to get 100 done at a go. So here's all my tubes and my caps. Let's get them all in their trays. There's the caps, they are in a separate bag. There we go. Okay. And we just need to wait for the oils to finish melting. So now that it has set up, I can go ahead and scrape everything off. Then I can pull all of these out and put the caps on them. I do need to label some bags. I don't have full-on lip balm labels ready for all the new scents that I'm doing. So I do have plain, but I just need to separate them so I can tell what's what. And since that tray originally just had plain, I've gone ahead and poured the next batch, which is peppermint, in here. This is the grape. I do need to clean this completely once I'm done, so that way I don't have any cross-contamination of the flavors. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a scrape down. I wish I could be like Eclair Lips and have like some super fancy setup with my lip balms, so that way I don't have quite so much waste. She's really good at it, about not having waste, but using these guys, it's a little hard to avoid because you have to flood the tray. It used to be I would keep some of it, but I can only have so much lip balm, you know? Like I would put it in a small little, like a tin kind of situation. That doesn't necessarily work, you know? It's kind of a bummer. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to get these all lidded up. we're almost done with all the batches. This is strawberries and cream. This is the one I'm most worried about. So this is the color changing lip balm. I haven't remade this one in a while, and I know a lot of people have been asking for it to come back. I have upped the color changing material that's in it. It was originally, I think, about 0.5%. So I upped it to 1% because I do want it to be able to stain the lips a little bit better. So we'll see how that comes out. But we're looking pretty okay otherwise. So I have to go pick up a kiddo soon. I'm going to let these finish setting up, and then I will come back and get these into tubes. Alright, so everything is officially bagged up. So let's give the new intensity on the color changing lip balm a try. So obviously you wouldn't use quite that much on your lips. But yeah, it is definitely brighter than it had been before. So that's me wiping it right off. If I let it sit for a little bit longer, it should be quite a bit pinker. But that is a good start. Alright, so here's all the finished lip balms. The only issue I'm really having right now is that I ordered 6 bags of 100 counts of lip balm tubes, and 3 of those bags were missing 6 tubes each. So I'm missing a total of 18 tubes from an order of 600, which is not like the worst failure rate in terms of missing product, but it's also a lot higher than I normally get. So now this is like the second time I've had an issue with a bulk apothecary order in like the last 6 months, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. I went ahead and sent them a message. I'm not super concerned about, 18 tubes, but that is a higher failure rate than I'm used to. So let them know, like, hey, I don't know if you guys are like weighing out the number of tubes in the bag in order to reach 100. If you are, your scale's off. But now I gotta go clean all of this stuff, especially this, because this stains everything. Wish me luck. And another order just got delivered. So we have the last of the micas that I ordered, and the 25-pound box of melt and pour. Ba 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 ba. I know Kat is talking about wanting to have a giant melt and pour cut session where we just cut this all down into little cubies and probably use these guys to store it in, so that way it's all cut up and ready to go. That's gonna be so much work. It's already about 4 o'clock. I gotta figure out dinner. Blech. And we have 1 entire bucket filled with chopped up melt and pour. I did some in here so I can make some more heart columns, and we're gonna go grab those heart columns and finish those up. Well, I got this far before remembering that I didn't have any more lye water, so lye water is currently cooling down, and I will get these done tonight. I don't care. They're getting done. Don't piss me off.
You can get done.
Oh, it's all done. And so is the vlog. Okay, bye.